everybody. Happy Friday if you're watching this live. Okay. Just going to get this stream up so that I can chat back with you. Take just a minute. Okay. There we go. All right, so happy Friday, everybody, from really super chilly Wisconsin, although we're used to it. Those of you who are south are not, and it's cold. So tonight I have, let me take this photo away, 4 pieces of paper left. And, well, 4 pieces of paper and a couple of scraps that I probably am not going to use, honestly. Although I guess I could use this one now that I think about it. So let me put this, could do it here, although the photo that I think I'm going to use with this, that won't work. So I'm going to put that with this. So 4 pieces of paper from my January Best of Both Worlds kit. I think I talked about this last week when I used the kit, that I didn't use up a ton of my kit because I was scrapping so much Christmas during January that I'm doing it now, and this is all I have left. So hey Julie and Susan and everybody else joining. So these are 4 pieces of paper that I have left, and I really like these 2 together. This is Crepe Paper Marigold Happy Place, and then this is from Vicki Bouton's, not Let's Wander, not Kaleidoscope. Anyway, if you want to know what this is from, I'll take a look. It's from a paper backpack, and I might go grab that actually as we scrapbook this. So, so that's this. And I've chosen this photo to go with it. So this is a photo of my good friend and I on my birthday this year, actually. I went to Florida to visit her and her husband. They're actually from here where I am, but they have a condo in Florida, and I usually go visit them every year, and did that this year. So it was really fun to do that. We isolated so we could be together and unmasked. We were outside at a concert, but we were like, this is the closest person to me, and that person is like 10 feet away. So we actually took masks off and we're outside and enjoyed some live music. I ran out to restaurants again, servers all masked. We enjoyed the time outside. So as safely as we could, right? And since I don't have the virus and I've been back quite a few weeks, I think we did it okay. So there's that layout already. And then I have these 2 papers to go together. And this is a piece, I don't remember where this one came from, and I cut off the strip, but it was from the January kit. It might have been, I don't know, I can't remember. And then this is a piece from Pink Paige Evans Truly Grateful, this lovely frame paper. And I was going to use these 2 together, but I don't love them together. They're okay. But more importantly, I didn't find a picture that I thought I could work with this. Now, this kind of bright colors remind me of my grandkids, but I have so many multiples of photos with them, it just wasn't right. The one that I love is this one. And I don't know that I love this and this together. I think this is a little busy to tell the story, if that makes sense to any of you. So I'm thinking, I'm going to think on this a little bit. If we do a second layout, I'll figure this out and see if I'm going to do that. But this one and this photo will definitely go together. I have tons of pattern papers I can put that with, so no question there. If I don't use this up, I've already pulled together my March Best of Both Worlds kit from my stash, and this would go in there brilliantly. So I think I'll, if anything else, I'll do that, and then make it my mission to use this paper with one of my very first layouts, because I don't like to leave paper sitting. Normally what I'll do is I'll just pull things in until it works, which since I have that other kit ready to go, I think that's what I'll do. Okay, so that's that. And let's see, so Glenda asked, how's my packing going? So I'm not packing a ton. However, my sister was with me last Saturday. We sent 11 boxes to UPS, and were just delivered between yesterday and today to my mom in Arizona, so she's gonna have fun this weekend. We took 2 carloads of stuff to St. Vincent de Paul, aka Goodwill, if you don't know what that is. The St. Vincent de Paul is a Catholic charity. So anyway, yeah, we got lots of leeway, or lots of headway made on that here. You know, on that piece of it. And my packing, I can only do so much of it because most of my household goods are not out. I'm gonna cut this border off, you guys. Most of my household goods are still packed in boxes. So, and there's no way I'm packing up my scrapbook room. That will be one of the last things to pack. I know that sounds crazy, but it's important to me to be able to relax. And I did that the last time I moved. I certainly packed parts of my scrapbook room, but a lot of it I did not until more the last minute. So I will probably do that again this time. Okay. So trying to decide, I've used this strip of paper twice already, whether I want to narrow this. I think I need to narrow it for sure, because so this photo, the line of sight is going this way. So I want this photo more to the left. And this piece of paper, let me see how wide this is. Oh gosh, it's 11 and 3/4 inches wide. I can't even count tonight. It's almost 7 inches wide. So that's a little bit too wide. If I was doing it this way more, that would make a little bit more sense. Like if this was a more piece of paper, the wider piece of paper. I do like the idea of the numbers on this though. So I think I'm going to cut this down, and then I'll have this strip, and I'll just, another thing I do when I go from kit to kit is if I have things like this that I really love, I love the stripe in this, I'll just pop it in the next kit and make it work. There's a lot of blues in my next kit, so I think that will be fine. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a little bit wider strip here than I normally would, and see I have a really nice strip left there, so you could do this way, you could do that way, and I think I'll do it this way. And then I had this piece of paper left, although that does not look even to me. I'm going to take a look and see. It is not. So let me see if I can shave it down so that it's even, because I was going to use it for a border, which that won't be so nice if it's not even. Okay, let's see. So there we go. So there's that. Now I don't have a piece of paper to use to mat my photo. And I could leave it unmatted, but I tend to like to mat them to bring them off the background. So I remembered a summer collection that I had that felt very tropical to me, and I don't live in a tropical area, so that can be a little bit hard to use that. So this is Simple Stories, Sunshine and Blue Skies, and there's like all sorts of leaves and that kind of stuff. And I thought I do have, I thought I might help use this to embellish this. I do have more of these left. Let's Wander chipboard, like this Paradise Found would be perfect. And Wild Adventure and Followed My Heart, Travel, Learn, Grow, that would all work. Favorite Things to Do would all work with this, because we are at a watering hole watching live music. And then I also have this Good Vibes sticker sheet from Crepe Paper, which I use very little of, but these colors also go with this as well. Like this and this go really well. So I'm going to try to use these two and then supplement with this if I need to. All right, so then, now I told you I was in Florida, but it was chilly on my birthday. It was in the mid to high 60s, which felt warm to me, but that's because I had a worked view of that. Just trying to see if maybe I want to use this strip in here, and I think no. I do have this navy dot, which certainly would work with this. Probably would work, oh, not quite that way. I could if I wanted to cut it down. And I've been doing a lot of these with a big piece here and then more pieces there lately. That's just the way things have worked. Let's see, I've got yellow. This is a more, it is a little distressed, but it's also a lot more, a little bit more graphic than these two are. So I'm pulling this because I like the tropical flowers on that. Just looking to see if I can find a journaling card. There are no journaling cards for this. So actually I don't need them now that I think about it because I have these lovely stickers here. And then I have this Bella Boulevard Chow Chip Secrets of the Sea, which I could use as well too. These are a little bit more graphic, so I may not do that. I probably will still stick with this line, but anyway, because there are, like this would be a really nice flower cluster, so would that with this, so keep that in mind. I do have the Vicki Boutin Storyteller ephemera with this as well too, but I'm honestly kind of tired of using it with this collection, so I might just put that aside and have use something else. Okay, so what I want to do here is get a decent border around this so you get a tropical feel with it. So that'll be a little bit interesting to see how that works with this particular, more distressed looks of the crepe paper and the Vicki Boutin collection. And Storyteller was what I was trying to think of for this before. Oh, and I can see we're going to have fun with our ATG tonight. I did scrapbook earlier today. I watched Victoria Marie's live and did 2 layouts, I guess. Did one while I watched her and then another one later. Okay. So we're going to do that, and I like how that looks. Just going to pull that off and see if I like it better. I do need something here for sure. I like to bridge that gap between the 2 pieces of paper there. Otherwise, it always looks abrupt to me if there's not some sort of transition strip, but I do it from time to time, but I like it better with a transition. And that's just a personal thing. I don't think you have to have it. That's my thing now. There is writing here, so this does need to be face up, I guess. So I'm just going to bring that in here. I love this paper with this. And this is one of those times where it is important to ink edges to help bring the collections together, because it'll just blend things a little bit more. I'm just looking, the labels down here, one of them says you are my very favorite, and since this is one of my closest friends, that would work really, really well. I think I called this Chillaxin. There is another photo of the 2 of us that I love even more than this. It's probably one of the best photos of me I've seen in a while. A good photo of her as well. So I will do at some point too. Okay, so like this says you are my very favorite, and then here's the label, so I could pull that in. Now maybe, in my handy dandy mat here, maybe I could still get some of this blue behind here. Just trying to decide, do I want to do that? I'd also do it this way. I think I like it this way a little bit better. I think I like it like this so that the blue comes out into here. I'm just going to try it. It's a scrap, so no harm, no foul there. Actually really, I don't know, I like something about that, bringing that navy in. I think because this you know, it was Florida, so it has kind of a tropical feel to it, but it also was cold. So I kind of like that idea. And then I'm going to make these 3 borders the same. So I'm going to pull off 1 row of these dots here. I just want that to be a little bit, okay. So liking that so far. This needs to be inked. And even though it's navy and you're not going to see a lot, the paper still has a white edge to it. So this takes away that white edge. And again, that's just a personal preference. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so now I think I can put this on here and see what I think. I think this is a little bright for this. I might actually take this off and not use it. So we might have to pop that in that. Yeah, I actually like it better without that. Now I also could look at doing, let's see, I was going to say a border strip, but there's no border strip here that would work because it's another tropical print. So I think, let's just see. And I'm thinking, like, I'd like to do, oh, has to go this way. Want to be careful about this so that it doesn't end up like on the same, because my idea is to do this. Yeah, I did think of, Susan, I don't know if I have anything that's more vintagey enough, but maybe let's look, right? Makes sense, right? I did think about washi, but I thought about my washi supply. So those of you who have been around for a while know about my washi storage, but this is my washi storage. It's a container you get from Michael's that is made to store washi, and I have a lot. Before I open this, no, you know, I was going to say no judgment, but if you're going to judge, please keep it to yourself. So here's my washi tape. The nice thing about this is these trays pull out, so you can bring it with you if you want to. You like take it over to your desk. Mine just sits right below my desk, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to back this off a little bit and see if I can find anything. The thing that I'm thinking is a lot of these are really graphic, although like bright. They're too bright, or the designs are too clean to go with this. But this one might be kind of interesting. And it does match, kind of match that. Let's see, I don't think I have a green that works. I do have a lot of blue washi. And more blue. I could also use a little gold as well. Those two would work pretty well, I think. It's just, no more light pink. That works really well. And I could do that. That's more, it's more works back to that, but not that well. So let me see what I think. I'm going to pull a strip here and see if I think this might, oh, that's a good idea to pull that paper into the right. That I could use. It's a pretty narrow bold. A lot of it is that it's so graphic. I'd probably want something here. Let me give you this. This is a good example of something that I might use with this paper, but I don't like it with these two together. But this one feels a little bit more, it has a more, the feel is a little bit better. Whereas if I use something, let me give you an example, like a stripe. This is not a great example, but this is a little bit too graphic, I think. So at least for me, for this feeling. Now, if you like that, put it on it. That's just my thing, right? There's a blue too. I actually like that. If I'm going to do that, there's a narrow. So let's see. When I'm doing this, sometimes I really like to pull stuff back to see what we think. So that's not bad. And then this one, which kind of pulls in some of the yellows. Let's see, let me pull this. The nice thing about washi is in general, it will be forgiving. Okay, so I don't like the yellow. Even though it pulls this in, is it doesn't work very well with that mustardy color. It's too bright. This one I think is okay. And I guess this is a good thing because you can all kind of see how I make decisions and why. And then there's this strip, which is a little narrow, but will pull in between, you know, just the two there. I don't like the contrast of this to this paper. I think it looks nice there, but I think it's too high of a contrast to this. Hey, Harmony. So if we're going to do it, I think it's this one. And I don't actually mind that one. I'm going to put it down and see what I think. And we can always take it up if I don't like it. Now I could use, I could also use like a gold or something like that as well. I mean, that is another idea. In general, I think they might be a little too bright. And I don't really want to go with gold because I want this to feel more beachy. So that's a little bit, that glitter was a little too much. So, okay, let's just do this other strip and see if it works. Hey, we have the night to figure this out, right? So we'll pull this, and then this is what I'll do a lot of times, just put it on. Don't tack it down too hard. I don't know. I'm not totally sold on it. I think it calls too much attention to itself, to the washi when I'm looking at it. So I'm watching it on screen as you guys are looking at it. So I'm kind of seeing the same thing you are. I just think it calls a little bit too much attention to itself. Let me pull this back off. Actually, I should be pulling, when you do this, you should pull it closer to where this tape is. And I'm going to end up, in this particular case, just pulling that tape off. But trust me, I have plenty of washi, as you can all tell. So that's not my favorite. But I'm just looking to see, is there anything else? I just thought about maybe black as well. And I also didn't see this until just now. But I do have some rose gold that might be a little bit too graphic. So I'm going to try this, just to see what this is like. And this is pretty narrow, even though it's going to be dark. The lines in this paper are dark. That is, if I can find the strip to start it. There we go. That I actually don't mind. Now, for some reason, it looks like I have it off, though, like it's not. Okay, so this one I actually like. So, hey, thanks, Regina. Now, the question is, do I like it better than it without anything at all? Oh, I guess what, guys? This is going on because it just pulled the paper off. So this is one of those times that, okay, I guess that was meant to be, right? So, let's see. With the line of mustard yellow. That would be good if I had any mustard yellow. I don't. You'd think in all that paper I would, right? But what I might do, okay, let me pull this one on. I actually don't mind this so much. I think it's okay. Is I might just do a little piece. Now I'm going to be careful about putting this down though. Yeah, I like it better too. So you know, match these up. And what do we think about it going wider like this? I think it's calling too much attention to itself again. I'm going to do this carefully. So I'm just going to go with that one strip and leave that alone from there. But I think in the end, I like the black the best because it still is a dividing line for the layout, but it's between the two pieces of paper, the transition, but it doesn't call attention to itself like everything else was calling attention to itself. And so one of the ways that I will sometimes do this if I'm not filming or either lives or a YouTube video is I will look at it, take a picture of it with my phone and look at it. In this case, because I have to have the video up, I can look at what you guys are seeing on camera. So that really helped. And I do like the way that defines that, but isn't, it's not calling a lot of attention to itself. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, and the narrow. Thanks, Susan. I do, yeah, and the fact that it's narrow is probably really helping it. So, Regina, one of the reasons, you just said thank you for the thought process. That's one of the reasons I do videos is so that you can see my thought process. And I think yeah, I think it helps you see how we think through it, I guess. Much more so live than when I do a video, because when I do a video on a regular YouTube video, it's edited. That's the word I wanted. It's edited, so you guys don't get my whole process there. Okay, so I think I'm going to just pop this down here, probably put something over there, just so I have a little space to write something. And I guess if I'm doing that, I do want to get the "You Are My Favorite" piece in here, whether that goes up here or over here, because I could bounce. So I'm thinking is bouncing here, here, here. There's my triangle of 3, and my photo is in the middle. So yeah, Harmony's just saying that she does it too, like pictures or whatever it takes. If you're not sure what it looks like, that can really help. Now the other thing is I have these 2 arrows here that say love this and best day, and I like it because it brings in the peach. So I'm just going to pop those over there. Just looking to see if there's anything else in here that I might want to use. There's a lot of cactuses here, which would have been helpful when I was scrapping all my Arizona photos, which are now done. Not that you have to do cactuses, but in my case, I think I like the idea of that better. Okay, so then I'm thinking some tropical flowers now to work with this, and maybe some of these, like this Paradise Found. I said that that would be good on here. It wasn't that wild of an adventure, but my friend's husband may say something different, but don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And this is kind of a little paradise for me. So this might go on. We're going to pop that over there. The reason I was looking at this, these are interesting because they're all characters, mostly characters in a swimming pool, which I don't know that I realized when I bought these. Harmony, I'm laughing at your process. Okay. I think, honestly, you guys, I went from a layout taking me over an hour to a layout now, and this is including all my initial paper choices that you don't often see in the videos. It now takes me about 30 minutes, and that's start to finish, including all my paper choices. And the reason is because I started doing videos, because you get faster. You don't sweat the small stuff as much, honestly. You just do it. Ooh, I'm kind of liking this. I have the stickers too, but I like the die cuts. They're a little bit bigger. And this is what I was thinking is tropical. Tropical. Okay. Just trying to get this on a line. Harmony says she's been scrapbooking a lot for 4 days. Stop that, Harmony. I also did a class with Heidi Swap where when you found something you like, Shamel does this too. You put it on the layout. Okay, so I'm going to show you another thing I'm going to do. Space between our heads, we're important. Our faces are the most important. The washies drawing an imaginary line right down between those two. So that's where I'm going to put the photograph. That's why I made that decision like that. And those are things that I don't always think of when I'm doing the narration for a video that is not live. So it's kind of nice to be able to do a live because you really do see my thought process. It's one of the reasons I also like doing December daily videos, because you really see my thought process. And this may have gotten a little bit too, I don't want these two things to line up. So I'm going to see if I can get it over here just a little bit. I might not be able to because this is a fairly big piece here. And if I can't, it's fine. Okay. And I was just trying to decide if I want to pop that up or not. I'm not sure yet. Heidi Swap's version of this was glue and go. Oh, this is cute. There's a little, not that I was laying on a beach in a hammock in this weather. I'm not putting that on this one, but I think it's cute. Okay, so I have that. Title, maybe up there, the Chillaxin title. And I think maybe in black, since I used that, I think that would be good. Not that I don't have a lot of stuff to choose from. I have that little bit here. The other thing is I was thinking about, let's see, oh yeah, Paradise Found. I thought about that one. Let's see, can I get this, sneak this under here somehow? There we go. That's good. And then the love this and remember. I'm going to put the title on here to see if I need to add, you're welcome, Susan, to see if I need to add anything above this line. Here, I'm going to just glue that down because, you know, there are some people who like edges. I am not a fan of the edges popped up. And I think, so I edged all the papers. I don't think I'm going to do that with the die cuts just because there's a lot of little tiny edges here. This one I'm definitely going to pop up because it's going over the Paradise Found there. So I did that and that there. So this one will be good. I love the navy in these flowers too. It's nice to see navy in scrapbooking. Oops, this one's might be a little far over for me, or not far enough. Okay, there we go. I think that's gonna work. All right. I just want to make sure it's going up to the top line of the photo, so I'm going to bring this up just a little bit, that flower is touching the photo there. It was not. Okay, there we go. And that still gives me a little bit of room to write. I don't have to write a ton on here, but something might be nice. And then black alpha. So I'm going to grab that from my stash of thickers, which is copious and crazy. I keep trying to go through them and get rid of alphas that I really don't use anymore. Baskets are full, but it's not working very well. Not being very disciplined. To think about what might work font wise here. Let's see. This would be a fun font. Let's see if I can get, if I have enough. Victoria Marie was talking this afternoon and asking, she said she has a hard time creating letters from other letters, which I call MacGyvering, and that comes from Sarah Swan. I think I've said that before. And you guys know I do that all the time. And okay, so here's something I don't like. I don't like seeing that bit through that. See where that is? That's trapped space there. Let's get rid of that. And I don't know that I can get the word chillaxin in here. Okay, I'll worry about getting that C down a little bit better later. This is a pretty small alpha too. All right. Hey, an X. Like, oh, can I get chillaxin in here? I might be able to if I bring it all the way over. Let's see. Might have to get these snugged up a little bit more. And now I'm going to do what I don't like here. Okay. Has to get them, they have to get snugged up even more. Oh, one of these letters is going to be uncooperative and I can't get them close enough there. So, except this way the white space isn't trapped. So I think we'll do it with the I. I know that's something minor, but that kind of stuff bothers me. I use X's now because my youngest grandson's name ends in an X. Don't do a ton of videos about him. Okay, so I don't have an I. And I have this I. I have to MacGyver an I. I'm going to do it out of a J. But because I want them to both look the same, I'm going to cut off the bottom of that J. This is really exciting, you guys. You get to watch me move letters around. This is why I do this thing. Yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, I thought about it for the I, but I think I don't want to call, or I could do that for the I, but I don't want to call any more attention to it then. I don't want to call much more attention to the title. How about that? Because I want all the focus on this going to the photo here. And I think if I did that, it would pull some of the emphasis away from that photo. Okay, I'm going to put this I over here. It's a little bit longer. There we go. And I just need an N. Oh, that'll be kind of fun because it's got a little flourish here at the end. And I need the apostrophe. Okay, yeah, I like how that turned out. We need dots for our eyes here. Okay, so see what I mean? The title's up there and it's nice and it's big, but it's not calling a lot of attention to itself. And that's what I really wanted to do with that title. Is that it's there but not too there. Now I don't know, let's see, I could do that, just this little love this next to that works for me. I don't think I'm going to use this remember sticker though, just because if I had one arrow that went that way and one that went this way, I would use it, but I don't. Okay, so we have that. You guys, I actually really like the way this layout is looking right now. It's pretty, oops, except I'm missing the fact that my flowers need some, I'll pop those flowers up over here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, let's pop them up. Just put a little, little shadow behind it. That's the word I'm looking for tonight, shadow. Because my tape isn't very, it's not very deep. So there's this one, and maybe some enamel dots would work here too. Okay, every time I take this off, I have to look at it again to figure out how to do that. Okay, there we go. So it's just a little bit of a shadow. It's not very big. And I like the tropical vibe. I like the tropical vibe here, but also with the kind of distressed look of the pages behind. So this is 2 more chunks of paper from that Best of Both Worlds kit. I will have this left over, but that'll go into my March kit, which I'm going to start using right away. I don't know if I said that before. That I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to use it. Could use some of that mustardy yellow, except maybe not next to like that flower in these. I'm trying to think, do I want navy or aqua? Let's use the aqua just because it's handy. I love these Altenew enamel dot sheets. Yeah, yes to dots for sure, right? There's a lot of them. They're a little bit more expensive, but there's so many of them. There's 163 dots in these. So I'm going to take my big one and hide it. I'm going to take my big one and hide it. You guys know I like to do that. So you get the shininess without all the shininess without all the width of it. This is one of those things. I've put myself on a stash freeze again because I had my stash whittled down really well, and then hello COVID. And it needs to, you know, I'm going to be moving within the next couple of months. That was the whole reason I put myself on a stash freeze in September of 2019. Well, it all went out the window in April of 2020. Okay, so I think that's good. I could pop another dot if I wanted to up here, just to maybe give it a little, just to bring that color over there and the shininess. Okay, sorry guys, that's the dot package. Okay, so I think that one is done. I really like how that turned out, and that I used up 2 big pieces of paper from my Best of Both Worlds kits. Now, if I do the next layout, which I think I'm going to because that was pretty quick, I think none of these supplies are going to work. So hang on a second. I need to clean up here just a little bit. At least, you know how I like to just take everything and throw it off? I need to at least do that. Or, you know, throw it on the floor. That's what I meant to say, not throw it off. So I'm just going to take the collection that I have here and throw it on the floor. Black thickers already are there. I did grab, because that other photo I thought I might use is of one of my grandkids, I did grab some more kid-based product. Okay, oops, and we need to get rid of all of this. Okay, this I am going to put back. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, Glenda. Thanks, Harmony. 2020 is to blame for a lot of things, isn't it? Oh, man, yes, it is. Yeah, I don't want to talk about how many pounds it's worth to blame with me. That's icky. Anyway. And there's no running outside. We had snow here last night, and we only had like 2 inches of snow. Yes, the floor is my favorite shelf, but it's so cold here that the water from the snow hit the ground and froze. So it was an adventure driving this morning. I left early and I drove slow. That's all I can say. That's the thing. And I'm born and bred here, so I can handle a little bit of snow and ice. Not too much ice though. Okay, so there's Chillaxin. That's all done. So this is the other 2 those of you who joined me a little bit later. These are the other two pieces of paper that were left. And I couldn't find a photograph that I loved to work with this because I don't love this photo with this. And I think it's just because the Candyland game is lots of little squares. This feels like little squares. I could cut this up, which is I think what Shamel did with this. But I don't think I want to do that. So my favorite shelf, that's going on the floor. That will go into my March kit, and I'm going to set a goal for that to be the first layout that I do, that I have something out to do with that piece. So then I have this piece here. I'm just going to look and see if there's anything. I have a Simple Stories summer kit right next to me here. Oh, that's kind of fun together. Actually, I actually really like that. I might have to grab an ugly piece of paper though. So those ugly pieces of paper are what I will back stuff like this with. Let's see. Yeah, I can do this. All right, so let's go find an ugly piece of paper. Harmony, for some reason they want me to hold your comment about fussy cutting. Yes, she did cut those. That's what I thought she did, that she cut those out. So yeah, let's do this because this is a scrap of yellow. So even though, and then this is cool. I'm going to bring this closer up. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to pick this up. Can you see this is little grids and squares in here? And so is this. So that works out really well. So let me get another piece of paper. And what I usually do for this is I just go into my stash of cardstock that I don't love, haven't used much of. Oh, here's a good candidate right here. That actually works really well with this. That actually works really, ooh, look at that. Oh, man. And you guys know I don't use cardstock very often, but look at how pretty that is with that. And then there's that. So now we're look at that. Maybe something like that. And I only use a partial piece of this. So let's get this. Yeah, I know you didn't say anything naughty, so I don't know what that was about, but I let it go. I wish I could remember what this rainbow was. I don't. And I can't. Maybe it's an Amy Tangerine. Because it has this fruit thing. Or maybe it's, you know what? I don't think it's an Amy Tangerine. This is a crepe paper as well, too. I think this is from Maggie Holmes' Sweet Story as well. Okay, so this and that green, this and that yellow, which I do like, or a combination. What I would do is I'd cut a little border and put it there. You guys vote. I'm taking a sip of wine. I do. It's so hard to decide because I love them both. Let's see. Just a little piece. Okay. Yeah. Use all the things. Yes, use all the things. Oh, hey, maybe we do this. Don't love it as much. I like it better this way. Okay, I'm going to chop off a piece of this and see if I like it, because I can take a piece, and if I want to use this whole sheet instead, I have plenty of room to do that too. Let's see what we think. So we could do this. Now I could put a border on this too, you guys. You know, just do a little border piece. Maggie Holmes' Sweet Story, thank you. Yeah. Ooh, okay. I think it has to do this. I think it's too cute like that. And I'm going to leave it plain. I'm not even going to put a border on it, you guys. Woohoo! Who am I? Okay, it's getting wild here. The good news is I have a line to line this up. Okay, you're going to get my hair. Sorry. Especially because I don't know what the condition of my hair is right now. Actually, you can tell probably I need a color. Or, I'm sorry, a highlight. There's a difference between those two things. Jubilee paper. Okay, thank you. So that's what the rainbow is. That's a really pretty rainbow. All right. Ooh, yay. I really like that. Isn't that nice how when a plan comes together and you never even made the plan? It's really cool. I was going to look and see if I had any of that navy paper left so I could maybe mat that photo of him. I don't, oh, no, but there's a beautiful, speaking of rainbows, that's the Simple Stories Sunshine and Blues. I think I've used up all the blue paper. All right, let me quick grab a blue. If nothing else, I have cardstock that I think I can make work with that. Which I think is maybe what we're going to have to do here. Let's see. I have a couple candidates here. So there's that to really pop it off, which is kind of cool. Or I can use this one for a more subtle. I think I like the more subtle one, actually. It was so cute. The kids were here all together in December, and he's 4. He's actually just about to turn 5, but he really was playing games, which is cool when you see kids to transition to that. And that has my grandma heart because I love to play games. And my oldest 2 grandsons are now into Lego. And oh, yay. Okay, there. Kind of like that. Then let me grab my sticker sheet. So I bought an Echo Park warehouse box, and there was a lot of stuff in it. And one of the things that I got were a ton of little boy sticker sheets, which, yay. That's cool. Alrighty, I like this little boy sticker. He's not all that little, but that's neat because that can be my title too. Yes, Regina, no kidding. Yeah, that sticker is massive. The thing I like about this sticker is that there's a lot of kind of blank space over here that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. I'm going for it. I'm going to put it down. And maybe I'll do like little boy for now or something like that in small letter stickers there, and that can be kind of the little theme here. Looking to see if there's any game stickers anywhere. There's a little dial here. And I did let, when my other grandson was scrapbooking with me, I let him go with these. So let's see. Just trying to get any game pieces here that would work. I do have banners. We all know how much I love banners though, right? That was very, very sarcastic. They're one of my kryptonites in scrapbooking. Okay, so let's see. Amy, they came in an Echo Park warehouse box. So about a month ago, maybe, on their website, they offered a warehouse box for about $50. And I didn't love the box, actually. They had, well, I think I got, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got 6, 7 sheets of boy stickers, which is great for me. But if you don't have boys to scrapbook, it would have been awful. And there was a lot of Christmas in it. It was fine. I was scrapbooking Christmas, but I didn't think necessarily that I needed all that Christmas stuff. So, you know, I don't know that I would do it again, but it worked out okay for me this time because for me, it was worth it with all the boy stickers. Just kind of looking to see what I can make work here. This gear is kind of cool. I do need a little journaling card here or something, don't I? Because I'm thinking about that. Here's a little sticker that says play. So that would work. Let's see. Some of these colors are just a little bit off, which I guess it's not too bad. Here's a little star that would work with some of the blues. Sometimes that's all you can do is like grab what works. I thought I saw something else where like another so Amy, I would go to like scrapbook.com or Cherry on Top and put in like boy collections and then look in Echo Park, and I bet you'll find. So I'm gonna just take a second and list these out for Amy. So this is Little Man, so you can go back and watch these again if you want to. So Little Man is that collection. This one is All About a Boy. This one is Scoot. This is Imagine That. This is That's My Boy. This is A Boy's Life. Little Boy. Dino Friends. Once Upon a Time. And Pirate Tales. So that's all of the stickers. So hopefully that'll give you some names to look up when you go hunting for boy stickers. And like I said, for me, I don't think it would have worked very well, except that I happen to have lots of boys. So this one says So Much Fun. This is kind of cute, although I don't have red in here. So let's see, does that look disturbing? No, because there's a lot of red on there. So I'm gonna pop that over there. Let's see, oh, I know, I got distracted too, because that's easy to do. Squirrel. So I'm gonna grab yellow and see what we can do about a journaling card here. Now this says morning here, but that would be easy enough to cover up. That yellow might be too bright. Let's go to aqua. And I just have my LA Studio and any other journaling cards, Project Life cards I have sitting in a basket over here to my right side, because then it's really easy for me to grab them and just go through them when I need them. Okay, so it's nice, but a lot of words. I like the colors in that one. Let's see. I don't know, these might be kind of big. All right. So then, next place to go is, I like that, Harmony. Nice, but a lot of words. So I'm going to go to my Ellie Studio boxes here because look at all the colors in here. That would work just fine. See if I can find maybe something a little bit bigger first. That so much fun has to come off because it's in my way. So these are just cut aparts. Yeah. Labels everywhere. Here's a label that like I wanted a bigger something to write about here. I think that works. This photo notes could work as well too. And I'm staying kind of, I think because I have this aqua up here, I think that's why I'm thinking that. Okay, so let's get these kind of back in here. I don't normally take them out like that, but I could use that one too. Although this is so small, I wouldn't have any room to write. So maybe that's a better reason to use this one as well too. There's a little bit more writing room. I'm gonna leave that out though because it's a little bit bigger. I don't have any, like, I need bigger sizes like that, and I don't have any more left because anything I have to print, I do Ellie Studio printables as well, but there aren't, I don't have any big things to print. Ooh, that could be good. How does this look with the greens? Still like the aqua better. Okay, so we have that. I'm looking at gears here because gears, and I was thinking game boards too. Ooh, and here's an aqua game board. And it echoes that circle there. Okay, I like that. And then what I'm thinking is this one, like maybe below. Tuck a little bit more of this under if I can. Okay, so I'm just gonna go a little bit lower. It feels like all the embellishment is sitting here though now versus like because of that there. I'm living dangerously tonight. Nope, it was better the other way. I'm gonna have to do something up there to balance this off. Okay, let's commit to that. Too many words, I think. Something behind here. And I think circular again to echo circles down here. There's this little piece with, oh, it has the green ribbons on it, but that doesn't mean we can't hide it. Okay, so let's take, I'm gonna take off these green ribbons here because they're really the wrong green. This is another one of those make your embellishments work for you. I used to be afraid to cut embellishments apart. Not so much anymore. Maybe it has something to do with the amount of them I have in my stash now. There's always another one, at least in my case. Okay, so let's see if I can get this like this, and maybe another piece that's yellow. It feels like there's a lot of words in here now. That's the one thing I'm not liking. I do like the yellow. Okay, so I'm going to just stick that there to see if I can find any more yellow circles. Or anything yellow that will work in my sticker pack. Sorry, you guys, I don't have those over here so you can see. The other thing I can do is I have yellow labels. I'm just going to open this up and see if I can find anything that's a yellow circle. Oh, here's a little heart. Okay. Okay, Harmony, did you just hear the cat? Because she's yelling at me now because she wants me to come upstairs. Yep. That's Lucy, everybody. She likes to make appearances on Friday night because she thinks I haven't been petting her enough. She has a brother, but he is way less vocal than she is. She got a treat right before I came down, so that's not the problem. Okay, so there we go. A few less words. I think we're going to need some enamel dots or something on here because I have not popped anything up and it's looking flat. Okay. Okay. I try this So Much Fun in here again now. Yeah, too many words. I'll leave that star up there. Maybe that's what I could do, is a few stars too, to kind of help. These Echo Park collections oftentimes come with multiple stars. So I'll pull them from a couple different places so I have different colors here. And then those I can probably pop up a little bit. Here's a red one. That would be good. So maybe red down here. There's blue there. That gives me just a little bit of something else in there. Oh, Harmony, if it makes you smile when you hear her meow, I think I'll send her down by you because she meows a lot. My cats were not very socialized. They were barn cats originally. Not for long though. They were really little. But they weren't very socialized. And when I was divorced 5 years ago, long story, they were my ex-husband's cats first. Anyway, when I was divorced 5 years ago, I brought them with me, and yeah, they've really gotten socialized and now are sassy. And I often say to my mom, because my mom remembers them when they weren't, why did I ever do that? Although on a cold winter's night, it's nice. And I'll tell you, during the pandemic, it was nice to have them around too, because then I didn't have to talk to just myself. Okay, so there we go. And maybe some dots, and then I think we'll be good. I love how this, oh, and I want to say, but not for long or something like that there. I'm going to pop this up a little bit too. Just a little. I keep, I have this dish that was my grandmother's, and I throw stuff on that to use. Or stuff that needs to go back in an envelope or a little die cut maybe that I missed. Okay, there we go. So now there's a little bit of height in here. Harmony will take all the kitties. I don't know. Lucy's pretty sassy. Okay, so color-wise, I'm thinking maybe an orange. Trying to think about colors to get in here. This green is appearing there. So I could do that one. I wouldn't have thought that that would have worked, but I think it could. I have the orange here. Not quite the right orange though. This is more actually peachy. And I don't think we need yellow, so I'm just gonna go through. This is, so I keep my enamel dots in a little 31 bag. They still actually sell those. And I've done a good job on them. Not long ago, I could not, like a year ago, I could not get my hand in this because I had so many. It was ridiculous. Okay, so I don't think I have the right orange, so let's see. I said I wasn't going to do this kind of green, but I think I'm going to now. Binks the alien in cat clothes. That sounds like a good story, Harmony. So maybe that'll bring that green in from that title there. Is what I'm thinking. And then maybe just one out there. Oops. I actually like this green. I didn't know if I was going to or not, but I think it adds a little brightness, which is nice. And I'm really excited, you guys, because really, other than that, the storyteller embellishments, but that's fine. I didn't think I was going to use those all up. But other than that piece of frame paper, all of my kit is gone. Let's see, let's do that one there, and then we'll do one more little one over there. Okay, oh, perfect. Okay, yep, that worked. So I think it works because it's a little bit brighter, and I think it just pops things up a little bit more. Okay, so there we go, you guys. I just have a little bit of journaling to do, a little bit of texture. We used all the things, and I actually had that star attached to me. There we go. I don't want to do that. There we go. Okay, so I think the enamel dots work, as I was saying, because it's a little bit bright, and I think it brings that green in, that color, because they're not all the same. You don't have to have everything else. So thanks for the clustering things. You just keep layering and layering. And when I do clusters, I try to find the colors from the paper or whatever and bring them into the clusters. And you'll notice nothing in any of these clusters is exactly the same. So you don't have to make everything exactly the same. Now, that is an easy way. If you don't feel comfortable doing clusters, grab, you know, 3 round circles that work together. You can always use a punch. And I think I used a punch last week, or I did it in one of my YouTube videos. Or use, you know, 3 stars that you get, for, you know, like, I have some denim stars from Redefine Creative. Use 3 stars that are like, and combine them with a punch of something so that it's all the same. And that'll give you some layering practice to start out with. And then I'm just really looking for shape. you know, like I said, I started with circles here. I needed some circles up here. And then I did choose a star for each of those 3, but they're all different. And then kind of brought things back together again with the enamel dots. So that's how that kind of works. I do love to cluster. It is one of my favorite techniques. Actually, I like to layer in general, be it with paper or something else. And man, oh man, what a cool thing that sticker worked, because you wouldn't, you know, I probably would have looked at that on that sheet and gone, yeah, I'm never using that. So, yeah, and I'm not sure. I might decide to change that and add, you know, like handwrite here, but not for long. But I'm going to leave it for now and see what I think about it. I'll journal here, and then maybe I'll add it in. So that is the layout, one of the layouts for tonight. And then here's the other one. So 2 really different layouts from the same kit. See if I can give some breathing room here so you don't have to look at everything as you're looking at those. So really different looks. I'll take the leftovers from here and just pop them into my next kit. You guys want to see what else I worked on, what I've been working on lately? I'll pop those up and I'll just bring them over because I have them sitting here ready to go. So, sorry guys. Today, Victoria Marie was talking about, thanks Julie, was talking about grid layouts. So while she was doing that, I made this layout, and she used square photos of all the same size. I decided to use 2 photos because I print my photos almost right away after I take them, or shortly after, within a month usually, which is pretty quick. So I can't like make squares out of them necessarily, because, although I'm going to show you where I did that in just a minute, because they're 4x6s. And when I take photos, I edit with my feet. So in other words, I move closer or further away depending on what I want, or, you know, just with my camera. I do that. These are not my photos, by the way. These are professional photos from their Christmas card shoot. So I have a hard time cropping to squares and that kind of stuff. So these are my 2 oldest grandsons, and man, they love each other and they're crazy. But look at, I mean, this is awesome that she captured this, because both of these photos are so them. So to do the grid, this is the rectangle here, and I just pop things in the grid. So that's something a little bit different than a traditional grid that's actually all matched up. So let's see. This is one that will be a video, so you guys are getting a preview here. And my mom sent me this mask, and I've been having fun because I have to mask at work, so I've just been having fun. Edit with my feet. Yep. Yes, you edit with your feet by moving closer and farther away. That is a photography term, actually. So my mom sent me the mask. So I grabbed for Valentine's Day. So I grabbed my Valentine's Day stuff, took a picture of it of me and that to send to her. So we did that, just used some stuff there. And then since I had and this I think is coming out, these will be in March, I think, the next 2, this one and the next one. So here's more Valentine's, and I did these 2 one after the other, so 2 really different looks from my Valentine's supplies. But this is my sister and her oldest grandson, aka my great nephew, which you see up here and things. I just love this photo of the 2 of them together. That was when we were down them in Kansas City this past September. So that's that. And then the other layout I did today, I just told you that I don't cut things apart, that I edit with my feet, which I do most of the time, but my daughter-in-law sends me photos as well too, and she's a mom of 4, so she doesn't have time to edit with her feet. She just takes photos. And so I did this double page layout of the kids, and I cut, these are all 3 3/4 squares here, and then left this one because it's my granddaughter, but her 2 brothers are in the back playing. Oh yeah, this was New Year's Eve last year. And that wasn't even actually that cold. It was really nice. But look at my sweet little M number 4 here on the sled, and his little aviator hat. Oh my gosh, too cute. So anyway, so these I did cut in squares, and here's another grid. I had grids on my mind, I guess, so much. But there's a 2-page layout too. This one I didn't video either of the two that I did for today, but there's another grid thing you can use. And I do my 2-pagers like this a lot of times. I don't usually mirror the pages. Just so you know that, I usually do something a little bit different on each page just because I often have a ton of photos to use. So thanks for that, the embellishment cluster. This was fun to do. This one actually I played around with quite a bit to get the photos arranged and what I was going to do there as well too. And sometimes I'll take like the paper from over here and bring it in here, but I didn't have enough. And I did try to kind of square this out, but it was too busy. So the reason how I brought these 2 pages together was actually with this embellishment and these puffy snowmen, and then the little, these are all snowballs here. So think about in terms of if you can't embellish, or if you don't do exactly the from page to page the same, you can do it with supplies as well. Remember that you can get a look that's a little bit more cohesive using supplies. And I do have, if you guys watch me on Tuesdays, I do 2-page Tuesdays every so often. There's a playlist for it. And then I pop 2-page layouts in there every so often. I didn't used to do 2-page layouts, but with all these grandkids and all the photos, instead of doing so many layouts with only 1 or 2 photos, now I tend to do 2-pagers. And I tend to do them like this, where it's a couple photos on one page that I want that are highlighted, like he was walking, you know, he's walking here, but he's not been walking all that long, and certainly not in snow, you know, wiping out. So these are 2, like 3 photos really that are like the stars, and then the other photos that help tell the story. So thanks, Karen. So I do like doing them. I find them a challenge, and I find them a challenge to kind of work them into my scrapbook style, but to sort of remain true to myself, but still get a lot of photos on pages. So that's kind of fun. So there's a little of some of the stuff that I've been working on lately. You guys, it was great to see you. I should be back next Friday night. You know, the last Friday in February, I actually have plans, so I won't be doing a live that Friday night, but definitely I will be back next week. So it was fun to scrapbook with you guys and share some of what I've been working on lately. So I hope you guys all have a really awesome weekend. Lots of parts of the US right now, so everybody stay warm and stay safe this weekend, and I will be back to see you guys all next week. So bye, everybody.